Listen, before you buy a house in Frisco, Texas, you need to know about the HOA rules and how they set up the rules, because it can either make or break your experience living. HOAs are very common in the Frisco area. Of course, I would say maybe about 70 to 80% has a HOA. And this is a big turnoff for people, especially if you're used to living a lifestyle out in country. And the reason we have this and it's so common is because most communities in Frisco, Texas are planned out. So they want a certain lifestyle in certain communities. And that HOA fees most of the time is used to, you know, have your pool in the neighborhood, have your gym in the neighborhood. It's masterly planned. It's a thing that developers have here in common, and they also want to preserve the bouginess or the niceness of Frisco. Pretty much, if you're buying a new house in a new area in Frisco, you're gonna have an HOA. It's almost, you can't overcome it. It's very hard. Like 99% of the time, you're gonna have an HOA in a new community in Frisco. Typically, HOA costs anywhere from $75 to $200 a month. It could be way more if you're talking about Starwood, all these other hot communities that are around the Frisco area. But this should cover trash cans being picked up. This should be covered the pool that you have, the party center, all these fees. You're paying for something. You're paying for the community. HOA is completely different for your mortgage payment. HOA is paid outside of that, so you're gonna get something in the mail saying, hey, your HOA is due, make sure you pay by this time. And sometimes they can raise their number. It's just something you can't control. Sell your house and move to a non-HOA, I guess, right? I have seen some crazy HOA rules, but I'm gonna cover the most common ones, of course. So for example, you can't paint your house pink if all the houses are brown or brick, or you can't have like a yellow or blue. They do this to preserve the value of your house. Another thing is they have height restrictions, right? If you want to build a shop pool, you can build it, but it can't be a certain size taller than your house, taller than the roof. There are like certain size restrictions. Another HOA is parking. They're very strict on parking. If you're like parking more than two space, or you have more than 4 vehicles in your driveway, they can literally fine you until you move those vehicles. Landscaping is another one. If you haven't cut your grass or you haven't treated the bushes in a long time, they will give you warnings and they will charge me. This actually happened to me once. They gave me a warning. They're like, hey, you need to cut your grass. I was out of town for a business thing. And another warning I got is I left the trash can in front of the house by the parking, and you're supposed to have it like in the house. So stuff like that they will get you if you're not careful. This frustrates people because if you have a boat, you're already messed up. You need to put that boat somewhere. You need to see if that boat will fit in your garage, or maybe even get a storage unit. Working trucks. If you have 2 vehicles in a work truck and they only allow you to have in a razor in a boat, and they only allow you to have 3-4 vehicles, I'm sorry, you might have to find a place to put it at workspace or something. So this is when it really becomes frustrating. Guys, I'm a realtor here in the Frisco, Plano, McKinney area. So if you guys have any questions at all regarding HOA, monthly payments, all that stuff, want to sell your house, get at me. I've been doing this for over 6 years, have sold $50 million in real estate. Let's get back to the video. I would say HOA, it's mainly worth it. It's a good community where everybody follows the rules and you're fine with it. You're giving up flexibility to preserve the value of your house. Not saying that other neighborhoods don't go up in price, but it makes sure, pretty much guarantees that the whole neighborhood is upkeep and treated nice. Another thing that will be worth it is whenever you get like a pool. I enjoy my pool in the HOA. Or you have the parks that you take your family to, or the security, because some of these expensive communities such as Starwood, they have double securities that you have to go through, and I mean that's not free. They have to pay from somewhere. HOA. So I feel like that's when it's worth it. Now if they're being very hesitant, very picky, and they're trying to bully you out of community, that's when it becomes really frustrating. Listen, every neighborhood is different, but HOA might not be for you if you have 3 work trucks, a boat. If you want full control of your property, HOA, it's not gonna be for you, especially if you're living from outside the country. If you plan to add to the house and do certain things to the house that makes it unique from the other houses, that's when HOA might not be for you. There's parts of Frisco where you can actually find more relaxed rules. I know this community where there's like vehicles park, like they let you have work trucks, or there's like a certain place, like a big, like I guess work yard where you can park all your work vehicles. There's stuff like that that they allow you to do. So it's just, you have to browse and you have to find out which HOA best for you, because it's going to be kind of hard to avoid it, if I'm being honest. Of course you got options, but it's going to be really hard. Here's how to protect yourself from finding out later that you can't do certain stuff to your house or parking certain vehicles. Make sure you talk to the right agent that will provide you those HOA rules. Most of those rules are either online or they have a booklet. As a realtor, they should grab that, they should sit down, or they should send it to you and be like, all right, well, here's the rules. You should ask them, hey, can I park my work vehicle at this time? Hey, can I do this to the fence? As a realtor, they should be educated or become educated if they haven't sold in that area. All right, guys, well, thank you for watching this video. I feel like this one is really important because it can literally mess up your buying experience after buying it, and you find out you can't do certain stuff, or you can make it and you be comfortable giving up how flexible you can't do to the house. So there's many options, and if you guys have any questions at all regarding this topic, just message me. We can sit down in detail and see which neighborhood will be best for you.